Hello students. So let's continue with the chapter of sound. In the last class we have seen what are the different types of waves, what are the terms related to waves, and now we are going to study at first the displacement time graph. As you can see, this is the displacement time graph, this is the displacement axis, and this is the time axis. Okay. Now this is a graph and this is called the amplitude. This is the amplitude. And this point, the top point is called the crest and the bottom point is called the trough. Distance between two consecutive crests is called the wavelength. So wavelength can also be defined. We have also defined wavelength earlier, but wavelength can also be defined as a distance between two consecutive crests. Okay, or distance between two consecutive trough, that can be defined as the wavelength. Okay. Relationship between the wavelength, wave velocity and frequency. See, what we have studied, wavelength is what? The distance traveled by a wave in one time period. Distance traveled by the wave in one time period. So, we will apply the formula distance is equal to speed into time. So, distance, that is the wavelength, is equal to speed, that is the wave velocity, into time, that is one time period, or you can say the time period. So, we will get lambda equal to V by T. So, Vt equal to lambda. Or you can say now T is equal to 1 by F. So, you can say V into 1 by F equal to lambda, and we will derive the very famous equation, that is V equal to F lambda. This is very famous form, and not only in case of sound waves, this formula is also applicable in the case of light waves also, that wave velocity is equal to frequency of wave into wavelength. You can see formula written here, wave velocity is equal to frequency into wavelength. Okay. Now this part is excluded from the syllabus, no need to study. Now let's come to the next part, that is the factors affecting the speed of sound. Now we will see what are the different factors on which the speed of sound depends. Okay. So this is actually the velocity of sound formula, which is not required at this stage. No numerical will be here. Just you see V equal to gamma, that is a constant, into P, pressure of the air or the medium in which the sound is passing, by rho, that is the density of the medium. So effect of density. So from this formula it is very clear that the speed or velocity of sound is inversely proportional to the square root of density. Means if density will increase, then the speed of sound will decrease, and if density will decrease, the speed of sound will increase, square root times. Okay. Effect of temperature. Now see what happens. If temperature increases, then the speed of sound will also increase. Now why it is so? The reason is very simple. If the temperature of the medium increases, then density will decrease, and as we know that if density decreases, then speed of sound will increase. So from here we can infer that speed of sound increases due to the increase in temperature. Effect of humidity. See, humidity means the presence of the quantity of water or moisture in the atmosphere. So if the density, so what happens? If the presence of moisture or humidity in the air increases, then density of sound decreases, because density of water vapor is 5 by 8 times the density of air. So when the speed of sound in air, so what happens? If the percentage of, if the humidity will increase, then the sound density will decrease, the medium density will decrease, and as a result the speed of sound will increase. So what we can say from this relationship, that the speed of sound in air increases with the increase in humidity. Effect of direction of speed. Generally this is also observed by you also. The speed of sound increases or decreases according to the direction in which the air is blowing. Okay. Now there are some factors which apparently like to affect the speed of sound, but they do not actually affect, like pressure. So from this formula you can infer that the velocity of sound is directly proportional to pressure. But actually, the velocity of sound is independent of pressure. Why? Because if pressure changes, then the density also changes. Okay. Suppose pressure increases, density also increases. Pressure decreases, density also decreases. So that P by rho, this ratio remains unchanged. So there is no change in the ratio. Okay, because if so this change is such that this ratio will be constant. So velocity of sound will be constant. So what we can say, that even if pressure is double, the density will also become double. Even if pressure is half, the density will become half. So that P by rho ratio remains constant and there is no effect of pressure on the speed of sound. Amplitude. See, amplitude also have no effect on the speed of sound, and wavelength, the speed of sound does not depend on wavelength. So there are the main factors that affect the speed of sound in air are density, temperature and humidity and the direction of wind. So these are the main factors. Now, comparison, next topic, comparison of speed of sound and light. Now you know very well that speed of sound is very less compared to the speed of light. The speed of sound is about 340 meter per second and the speed of light is about 3 lakh kilometer per second. Okay. So what are the differences and similarities? Let's see, if any. The light travel in vacuum, but sound cannot travel in vacuum. This I told in the beginning of the class also. That light is an electromagnetic wave. What is that? You will study in the higher classes. So it can travel in vacuum. We are getting the sunlight, where light is have to travel a large vacuum, but sound cannot travel in vacuum. This we have also proved experimentally, the Bell-Jar experiment. The speed of sound is this much. Light is this much. This is coming to be about 3 lakh kilometer per second, but speed of sound is only just 330 meter per second. Okay, so you can understand that about 10 to the power 6 times less. The order of speed of sound is 10 to the power 6 times less than the order of. Okay. Acha. Light waves are transverse and electromagnetic, while sound waves are longitudinal and mechanical. They are mechanical because they require a medium for propagation. Now what is the differences? In case of lightning, we see the lightning first and then hear the thunder. Why it is so? Because light takes almost no time to reach us, but sound takes a large time. So we hear the thunder later on and first we see the lightning. If you see a person firing a gun from a distance, you will see the smoke coming first and then you will hear the sound of the pistol. But this proves that light travels faster than sound. Okay, experimental determination is not required and this part is complete, and there are some few exam numericals that you can do from here and you will be getting in the next class. Okay students, have a nice day.